Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com, and I'm just pondering a viewer question. A viewer had written in and asked me what my thoughts were on the Panasonic announcement that they were getting out of the camera business. And I was like shocked. I was struck because I hadn't seen this in my news feed. I've been busy the last couple of days and I really haven't been online a lot. And so this caught me, and I immediately went to look and see what he was talking about. And I looked at the article that he was referencing, which he was kind enough to put the link in there for me. And this is the Nikkei Asian Review. I printed off the article here to have a look. Panasonic takes out scalpel again as profits falter. Restructuring is not enough. Company needs new growth drivers. So basically what the article says is that they're saying that they need to scale back, make some changes, because there's 6 money-losing businesses. Now, the interesting thing I was not aware of, which comes as a surprise to me, is that they're saying that the camera division, the camera business, has been a money-losing business for them. It says, it talks about a few different business units, and then it says 3 other business units: digital cameras, private branch exchange telephone systems, and optical disk drives will be dismantled. Each will be scaled back and placed under the umbrella of other operations with headcount to be reduced. So they're dismantling the digital camera business unit. Now, they're not saying they're getting rid of it. They're saying they're scaling it back, reducing staff essentially, and putting it under the umbrella of another operation. So what does this mean? Scaling back would probably mean that we're going to see a reduction in the product offering. It also means that there may be a possibility that eventually Panasonic may get out altogether if they can't turn this around. I find that very hard to fathom or to believe, because I think that the Panasonic cameras, especially the best sellers like the GH, the GH4, the GH5, that series has always been very strong. The GH5 has a lot of excitement, and I think a lot of good sales volumes behind the pre-orders and its shipping. Same with the G85, the G7 line. The GX line's been good. I think the GX8 faltered a little bit for them, even though I like it very much. I think the LX line's been good, like the LX10. I know the LX100, I think it was a pretty good seller. So this is a little surprising to me, but maybe we'll just see a paring back of the lineup and focusing on not as many options, but what has been their strongest points. For instance, I would be surprised if we got rid of the GH. So I think the GH, the current iteration is the GH5. I think we'll see that stay in the lineup. I think perhaps the G7/G85, that will stay in the lineup. Good seller, good value, good. And I think you can use a lot of parts from the GH5 in that. I think that helps. Is the GX going to stay around? That may be one that's on the chopping block. The GX8, while I like it a lot, and the GX7 was a great camera, the GX8 had some lukewarm reception, some perceived problems, even though I love it. And I don't think any of the problems were as bad as people thought they were. How about the LX? The LX100 was, I think, a good seller. The LX10, I think, is going to be a fantastic seller. I'm not sure what the initial sales numbers are, but I really like the camera. I guess we'll just have to see. Maybe they'll be scaling back more of the pocket cameras. Maybe those don't sell as well, or the ultra zooms. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think we are going to see the disappearance of Panasonic in the camera market. I think this is just kind of like what Nikon's doing at the moment. It's going to be acknowledging some areas where they're losing money, getting rid of the least or the worst selling cameras in the lineup and just eliminating them, concentrating on what does sell, making them better, and getting strong and healthy again. That's what I think. That's my hope, my true desire, because I really like Panasonic. I think they've done so well. Like the G85 I'm shooting with right now is a fantastic camera. And this article made me think, well, what would I do if I couldn't use the G85? What would I replace it with? And I'm not sure, because I don't want to replace it. I love the G85. And if I had that money, I don't need a GH5, but I would gladly buy a GH5 because I think that's an amazing camera. The G7 was an amazing camera. I wouldn't replace that. There's my answer, I guess. I would go back to a G7 or stay with the G85. There's nothing to say the cameras will stop working. So yeah, a little bit of upsetting news, a little bit disturbing, but I think what we're going to see is Panasonic reorganize, get really healthy, and be strong and as progressive as ever. Maybe a few cameras removed from the lineup, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think this is a good thing for Panasonic, that we're going to see them stronger than ever after this restructuring, similar to what Nikon's doing at the moment? Or do you think this may be a herald of things to come? Do you think perhaps this could be the end of Panasonic in the camera market? Let me know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Have you heard something else I haven't heard? Has there been a piece of news I haven't seen yet that changes all this? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it. Are you upset about it? It's a little shocked me at first. I feel better now, having read the article and thought it out. I think this is just going to be a restructuring, and we're going to see Panasonic rock solid. But the initial article did make me, startle me, make me cringe. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it. What do you think is going to happen here? What do you think this news, how it's going to translate to Panasonic and Panasonic's offerings and staying in the camera market? Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.